And welcome to Touchline. I'm your host, Anthony Totera, and we welcome you here to the Ontario Soccer Centre on OPDL Information Night, where people are here gathering all the info they need to bring back to their clubs. We'll get their thoughts from some that attended here tonight. Shields guys, welcome. What did you get out of this the session that you didn't know before that you need to know now going forward for OPDL?
Well, I think most of the items have been covered in the past. In the last several months, actually last 18 months, I think the OSA has done an outstanding job covering all the different scenarios that could occur and all the different items that are required to be a part of the Ontario Player Development League. So really there were no surprises, I think, today that we witnessed. So we were quite content and just basically reinforced what we already knew.
Now, is your club ready for this challenge, for this level? Do you have all the check marks in the boxes ready to go?
Actually, one of our concerns was that the criteria, are they looking at the size of the club, the number of the players you have, or are the criteria that, yes, we do. We have check-off for everything, but what is their criteria? Are they looking at the club with 7,000 kids, or are they looking at the club with 7,000 kids and their criteria is met? So that was one of our concerns.
But let's be honest, you're two of the bigger clubs, not only in Ontario, but in Canada. You have facilities, you have the numbers, and let's be blunt about it. I think you guys have the money to go forward because a lot of other clubs might not have it. Are you ready financially to dish this off to parents that they understand how much it's going to cost? This isn't rep. This is a whole different level.
Well, I think we've put ourselves in a really good position. We've been doing this now for the last 3 to 4 years. Our parents are not going to be surprised by the financial commitment. I think our club, including many of the clubs in York region over the last 3 or 4 years, have done a fantastic job in regards to coaching development and player development. You could take a look at some of the district teams, provincial teams, national teams, how many of the players are coming right from this area. So I think we've done our due diligence in the last little while, last 3 to 5 years. So I think we're ready. I think the parents are ready. The parents are excited. The players are excited. And then the coaches are obviously looking forward to this high-performance league as something that they can take upon as a challenge as well.
What's the vibe in your club? What's the atmosphere there? You heard it from him that the parents on board, coaches on board. Is there some parents and coaches that still have a lot of questions, especially when it comes to the money aspect?
Well, we all are excited too. I think it's a great opportunity for everybody. New project, they have ups and downs, but we are happy, we are excited, we are doing everything we can to provide this opportunity for the players' development and for coaching too.
What's your thoughts, guys? The last part is this TFC coming into the mix. Are you all on board with them into the family, or you still have a lot of questions and reserves about that?
Well, I think Paul and Alex made it quite clear tonight. If there was one thing that some of us were not certain about was what the eligibility requirements would be for Toronto FC as well. And I think they made it quite clear that they have to follow the same criteria as everybody else. And if they meet that criteria, then I think that they need to be accepted into the OPDL. However, if they don't, there should not be any exceptions made for them either.
But let's be honest, I think they'll get all the criteria in place. I mean, they've got the facilities, they've got the money, they've got the numbers. Are you still wanting them to come on board even though they have all this?
Absolutely. I mean, I think it's great. We're here to develop players. It's not about ourselves. It's to develop a better soccer player. And if they can create an atmosphere that will be more challenging to our players and to other coaches, it's only going to make everybody better.
We'll close it off with this then. He mentioned to develop players. Unfortunately, still today we see clubs poaching from other clubs, coaches going to take other players here and there. Do you think that's going to stop once this comes into play?
May not stop it, but you know what? I think we have to do our own part to develop the player, and if TFC does it, all be at, right? Equal opportunity for everybody, and TFC is there too.
Guys, good luck to both you and your clubs. Thanks for coming out here tonight, spending your time, but it's important, as he said, for development of the player in Ontario. Guys, thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
And right now joining us is two other guys from two different clubs, one from Unionville, one from Markham. Guys, welcome. I hope you got all the information you needed tonight. But most importantly, you're going back to your club. Do you have everything in order that you need now tonight after hearing what the checklist might be?
I believe we do. As from Unionville, I think, yes, we have all the information I have all the information I'll be taking back to my club. And it looks pretty simple. It's a criteria-based league, and we just have to make sure that we meet all the criteria.
Money is the big issue. It's a big ticket. Can the parents of your club, if your club decides to go through with it and get in, are they all on board with this?
I think it's a process, and we have to inform the parents what is the program is all about. But the good thing coming from Markham that we have the club 100% behind this new venture, and the board and everybody else is behind and committed financially towards this new venture.
What about the parents? You say the board is on board, coaches are on board. What about the parents? Because they're the ones that have got to foot the bill.
Well, I mean, there is a cost involved. I think there is already some background in terms of parents being used to some kind of expense for a certain type of coaching and quality of coaching and programs. So I think the parents will be on board with this.
Let's talk about development, because everyone wants to see this league go through. OPDL is supposed to develop players much better at a faster rate, but at a more efficient rate for the province of Ontario. Is this what you want your club, Unionville, to be a part of?
Definitely, definitely. Unionville has always been on the top when it came to development. We've put out national players in the last under 16 boys. I think we had 4 kids that came from our club that was in the World Cup. This is something we've put in place even before LTPD and OPDL started. We've had a coach development program that we've managed to license. We have 4 national licensed coaches within the club, about 3 provincial Bs and a lot of pre-Bs within our system. And you know what, the same thing with player development. In the past 5 years, we've probably been in 5 Ontario Cup finals. We have right now about 10 provincial players within the provincial program, tons of players in the regional program. So this is what we've been all about, right? Just to go back to that cost, right? Like with our club, a lot of the things that they're asking, we've been doing already. We have medical staff that have been paid for. The fields, we've been taking care of that. So in terms of cost, it will add a little bit more, but we don't really see that much significant cost added, even though they're budgeting about $4,000 or $5,000. We really don't think it will be that high.
Well, let me be honest that even though it's a little bit more higher, parents expect a little bit more higher quality in coaches, in staff, in management. Is your club going to bring that?
Oh, definitely. Like I said, right now, in year 1, that is next year, you only need 2 national licensed coach. Right now, we have 2 technical directors. We have a technical director for the boys and a technical director for the girls, and they're both national licensed. And we have 2 other national licenses that are just working with players right now. So the parents will get national and qualified, not just national, but qualified coaches that have been brought within the system.
We talk about coaches, that we need better coaches. We talk about we need better management at clubs. What about facilities? Is your club getting better facilities? Because if you're going to go to OPDL, you want your club to get to that next level. You need good facilities.
I think we're lucky to be living in a community like Markham. The Markham community is embrace sports, especially soccer. We just, as a club, we just obtained a turf field just for Markham. We have access to different type of facility throughout Markham. So facility is not a concern whatsoever when it comes to Markham.
So the vibe in your club is in, it's all for it. You guys really want to do it. You're going to go back to your club with all the information you have now and make sure that all your T's and I's are all in place.
Absolutely. I mean, we cannot start this process if there was not the club behind it and all gang ho towards this the new venture. And again, as my colleague pointed out, it's surprisingly that a lot of time people don't think that clubs are ready, but a lot of clubs in Ontario have development programs, have technical staff in place. So we are ahead of the curve, and in Markham especially, we've done a lot in the last couple of years to start from the grassroots and really progressively develop not only the players but the coaches and the whole system altogether.
Guys, it's great to hear. Good luck to both of your clubs. It's a great vibe out there. Finally, maybe we'll start getting the players developing at the rate we need to get them to the national team, especially for the men. Guys, congratulations and keep up the good work at Markham and at Unionville.
Thank you very much.